Hello and welcome to Physical Embodiment Studio. My name is Riley Burris. I am a yoga instructor, a licensed massage therapist, and an empowerment coach. Today I'm bringing you a flow for the girls who are having cramps and wanting to transform that painful, maybe heavy feeling of getting your period and turn it into a moment to connect with your body and your cycle. It can really be such an amazing time for us as women in our monthly cycles. So let's tap into that power today with this flow. This is a gentle and restorative flow. There are only 5 poses in this flow, and it's aimed to ease discomfort and promote relaxation in our bodies today. So again, there will be 5 poses, very gentle, very slow. Adjust the timing to fit your needs today, and we will settle in for Shavasana to close it all together. Let's begin. So to start, we're going to melt into child's pose. So go ahead and make your way to your hands and knees. Bringing those big toes to touch, and those knees can spill out to the sides, setting your hips back in between your feet, your legs, and stretching out in front of you. Now go ahead and put that forehead to the mat, allowing it to ease any tension that you're feeling in your head. Breathing here, exhaling. Now go ahead and stay there as I talk to you here. This pose is perfect to melt some of those cramp tension that can come up in the low back, in the abdomen area. This is a perfect place for you to release that tension. So as you're expanding your rib cage in a 360-degree direction, exhaling and releasing that tension on the exhale, allowing you to sink deeper. Allowing that relaxation to double here as we take a few more rounds of breath in child's pose. Feeling that connection point from the legs to the hands out in front of you, the forehead, and feeling all that tension melting down. Noticing how your body is already thanking you. Let's do one more round of breath here. So inhaling, expanding on that inhale, exhale, letting it all go, relaxing here. On your next inhale, pushing yourself gently back up. We're moving to cat-cow, so coming on to hands and knees again. Making sure the shoulders are stacked over your wrists and your hips are stacked over your knees. Allowing that spine to become neutral here. Now inhale, we drop the belly towards the floor, looking up. Exhale, pushing into cat, rounding the spine all the way, head drops. Good, next inhale sends us back up towards the sky. Exhale sends us back towards the cat, rounding that spine. Next inhale, coming up and maybe finding a curve in your spine to the left or right. And slowly moving towards the right side here. Changing that flow one more time to the opposite side. Leaning in, bending the elbows, and then exhaling, pushing to the other side, really getting that spine to become flexible. Now inhaling, dropping the belly again, eyes go to the sky. Exhale, pushing up into cat, rounding that spine. Good, and coming back to a neutral zone here, letting go of that pose. We're actually going to make our way to our back now, into reclining butterfly, so sitting, pushing your way gently to your back. Now here, if you'd like to grab a pillow or something to lay back on, go ahead and do that now. Make yourself comfortable. Or you can just lay down, no equipment needed. Heels come to touch, knees go spilling out to the sides. And we're laying back here, reclining butterfly. Now I'm bringing my hands to my abdomen, one lower in between my hip bones and the other one right on my rib cage. Breathing into my hands here. I invite you to do the same if this calls to you. We all can connect to energy, and our hands are a portal of energy. They can send and direct cosmic flow of energy. So tapping into your own healing strengths and own healing powers now, and focusing them in on your uterus, your ovaries, your belly, your abdomen, all the muscles that hold you together. The womb in Chinese medicine needs to be warm during menstruation, so adding extra heat allows the process, the cycle that's taking place to be easier, to happen as it naturally should. Good, and taking a couple more rounds of breath, really breathing into your diaphragm, allowing those ribs to go in a 360-degree direction. Bringing that breath all the way up through your chest, maybe to the top of the collarbones. With each inhale, feeling yourself expand. Maybe holding for just 1 second, and then releasing on exhale, emptying out, leaving anything you would like to no longer carry behind. And just relaxing here, allowing yourself to settle. If your knees or your hips feel a little strained, maybe pushing your feet farther away from you. There's no need to hold on to any pose. You want to be comfortable here. This is a special time in your body, and there's no need to be a certain way. Let go of the form. Good, that's right. Perfect. And big breath, and release, letting go. Now we're moving to supine twist. So staying on your back, kicking your feet out, bringing the arms out to a T. So arms extended out to your side, and then pick one side. I'm going to roll towards the camera here, bending my knee and sending it towards one side. Now, trying to keep your shoulders on the ground here. And then if it feels comfortable to you, an invitation to extend the head to the opposite side of where the knee has gently drifted over. This is supine twist. Now, supine twist is an amazing pose for this time in our cycles because it massages the abdomen. It is an incredible, incredible, gentle release of these muscles that maybe have some tension, some cramping. It allows the blood flow to get in easier between our organs, our structures. It allows lymph flow to move more efficiently through our bodies. And it just allows us to stretch out, be who we are. There's no reason that our form has to be perfect. So just enjoy the last moment of this supine twist before we switch to the other side. So one last round of breath here, inhaling through the nose, holding at the top, and then exhaling through the mouth. Perfect. On your next inhale, sending the knees back towards center, maybe extending out for just a moment before you pick up the opposite leg and send it to the opposite side here. So again, keeping the shoulders on the ground here. And you might notice that your hips feel different, or your low back feels different, one side to the other. That's okay. If you can't get this hip down, that's totally perfect. However it's happening is perfect. Remember to have grace with yourself. And when we let go of internal friction, we are encouraged to be exactly who we are. We drop the resistance to being in the moment. So breathing in here, settling into this pose for the next several rounds of breath here. If you have any tension in your hands and your feet, your ankle and your neck, I invite you to send your next inhale to those places, maybe your next few inhales. And then on the exhale, just picturing in your mind's eye that tension. Maybe it's a color. You see that color leaving through your breath, through your exhalation. Inhaling, gathering that tension, acknowledging it, and exhaling, releasing through the mouth, through the nose. However you do it is perfect, just releasing that tension. Perfect. One more last inhale here. And releasing, coming back to center, allowing your spine to return to a neutral position here. Maybe finding a nice stretch. Overhead, pointing the toes, flexing them, reaching the fingers out, extending, dropping the shoulders, reaching them back up, and then settling in here to knees to chest. This is our last final pose. Knees to chest, maybe you're rocking side to side, doing any final movement before we take a shavasana. Squeezing these knees into the chest. If you'd like to squeeze and bring the head up, that's an option. And releasing when you're ready. Finding your place in shavasana. Sending these legs out. Breathing in here for maybe one last final breath as you settle into your shavasana. Focus on the deeper, slower breathing and allow your body to receive the medicine of this movement practice. Not all flows need to be a long amount of time in order for you to receive medicine. Just an intentional moment here can really make a positive shift in how you feel on a physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental level. Quietly thanking yourself for showing up today. Potentially envisioning how you'd like to show up after this practice. Seeing yourself moving through the rest of your day or the rest of your cycle. What do you need now? If you would like to come out of this Shavasana, go ahead and start to bring some energy to your fingers, your toes. If you'd like to stay, please take this as your invitation to stay. If you'd like to come out, moving your hands, your fingers, your toes, your legs, maybe bringing them in back into your chest one more time before picking a side and rolling over. Resting in this fetal position communicates safety to our bodies and our minds. It's how we came into this world. Such a beautiful anchor into safety for us. And when you're ready, just gently pushing yourself up, maintaining your spinal alignment, coming into a seated pose so we can close this practice out together. Perfect. Go ahead and take fingers, your palms, rub them together, build up some energy. And instead of placing them on our eyes, we're actually going to place them on our bellies. Sending yourself love to the center of your being. Thanking yourself again for showing up. Remembering this practice is available to you at any time. Releasing that hold. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this flow has served you. Please come back to this resource as often as you need. I am Coach Riley. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching Physical Embodiment Studio. Be sure to subscribe for more resources just like this one. See you next time.